Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Power Rangers review for you today. This is the Power Morphicon exclusive for 2016. It is the Legacy Collection Dino Megazord in the black and gold repaint style. Basically what they've been doing so far is they've been doing Build-A-Figure pieces for the Megazords with the Legacy Collection. If you'll remember from my Red review, for Mighty Morphin Red, this is the torso and head section of the Dino Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is actually the full Megazord, but in the black and gold style. So this whole figure is not available yet. The other Mighty Morphin Rangers are not available, so you cannot complete the normal Dino Megazord. So it's kind of a sneak preview, but also a repaint. But the box art here is beautiful, as you can see. And it has a little bio here on the back. The epic legacy of Power Rangers lives on in this handsomely crafted legacy figure collection. Each figure is sculpted with the precision to include intricate details of texture and fabric nuance, and is engineered to be highly posable with 22 points of articulation for dynamic and authentic posing. Included with each intricate character is a piece of the series' iconic Megazord. Collect all of the Rangers within the series to build the full Megazord figure and complete your Power Rangers series collection. So, that's kind of a little rundown of the Legacy Collection. And it says up here, coming soon, collect the Rangers and build the Dino Megazord. That's the regular Dino Megazord. So, this piece here slides off. It's very nice and fancy. I'm going to put that off to the side for now. So, this is the Dino Megazord, painted black and gold. Unfortunately, it does not come with any accessories. I would have absolutely loved it to just come with the Power Sword. But here's a look at what the normal Dino Megazord looks like. Here is, as we said, this comes with the Red Ranger. This arm's going to come with pink, this arm with black, and then obviously blue's leg with blue and yellow's leg with yellow. These are the other figures that are out right now. Excuse me. I haven't gotten to reviewing the Ninja Storm Rangers yet, but I do have them, and they make the Ninja Storm Megazord. They each come with pieces for that. Tommy just comes with extra accessories. He comes with no pieces. Would have loved to build a figure Dragonzord, though. Would have been awesome. But, again, that's probably be a whole separate release here. So this was $40 at Power Morphicon, which is a little bit more if you kind of figure that each one of these pieces is probably worth about $5 out of the $20 you pay for a normal figure. So you figure a standalone Megazord figure would probably be somewhere in the $25 to $30 range, and this was $40. But it is an exclusive, so I wasn't going to quibble over price. I definitely wanted it, and it looks really nice. So we're going to go ahead, pop this guy out of the box, and then we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here he is out of the packaging, and I have to say, overall, he looks pretty good. I like the black and gold. Little plain on the back, but not a big deal. Kind of would have liked it if the guns on the back were painted gold. I think that would have looked nice and would have made a little bit of color on the back pop. Plus, you'd see him back here. But overall, really nice. I mean, articulation. You can see here that the joints in the legs are a little loose. And honestly, this one, when I took it out of the packaging, this was left in the packaging and already came off. From what I understand, these are the same joints from the Mix and Morph toys. So they snap on and off really easily, which is nice, but at the same token, it makes them a little loose. I mean, when you stand in there, he's not going to fall over. You know, he's pretty solid. But just something to be aware of. They move around real nice, and I mean, they're not going to break or anything. They pop in, and they have a good range of motion. I mean, it's a little loose. It's a little shaky. But once you pose it, I mean, it looks good. You know, it's going to stand. It's not going to fall over or anything. So just, you know, be wary of that. Don't go in and then think, oh, this is a cheap piece of crap. It's definitely not. It's just the way the joints are made. But articulation-wise, the head is on a little ball joint, so you can go up and down, side to side. That's nice. You have I think it's a ball joint here in the shoulder. Yeah, these can pop right off. These move up and down. As you can see, the joint is kind of right in here. It almost feels like that's going to fall off, but it's on there. And so that moves up and down, but then once you connect it, they kind of hinder like out to the side movement, so the arms can't really go super far out to the side. So that's kind of a bummer. Perfectly front and back, no problems there. It's just a little out to the side. The shoulder pads kind of get in the way. There's no bicep swivel, but you do have a elbow articulation there. Pretty much 90 degrees. Not 100% 90 degrees, but very close. And then the hand is on a ball joint, so that's nice. And that's the same on both sides. As you can see, my guy's already wanting to do like a little bit of a split. I mean, they are kind of loose. They're not terrible, but, you know, if you move him around too much, he definitely wants to do a split pretty quickly. So there you have this joint. Again, pops off pretty easily. That's at the ball joint at the hip. Then you have a ball joint at the knee. And then you have a ball joint in the ankle. So, I don't know. Mine's a little loose, but I don't know. Bolt Matrix always says furniture polish, so that might seize up the joints. I've never actually done that personally myself, but if you're someone who customizes figures. Okay, so there you go. This one just came right off. So if you do that, then you can get a little bit more out to the side posability. But if you take it back, it's really easy. It's just a couple of like little nub pegs and then just some indentations here. So you just pop it right back on. You should be able to pop it right back on. Come on, everyone's watching. Get back on there. There you go. So just something you want to be careful with because it is going to hinder articulation a little bit, but for the most part, you know, it's pretty good. Just it's a little weird with the hip joints and especially at the knees. At least on mine, it feels a little loose. But like I said, once you get him standing there, he'll stand. There's no problem. He's not going to just do a split on his own. It's just when you pick him up and move him, those joints are freely moving. Like I said, I would really love it if he came with a sword. I think that would really just be perfect then. It's the only accessory I would need for him, just the Megazord's power sword in kind of a nice goldish color with maybe some black accents or something. But that's the only thing I can think of to really make this guy any better. Otherwise, I like him. He's pretty cool. I like that the Dino Megazord in this color scheme is not officially out yet. Now, you could pop the arms and legs off very easily and pop them on this guy. So that would be easy enough to do if you like that, you know, middle section better. But this obviously is the full gold and black motif. And it's nice. It's a nice preview to the Dino Megazord. I'm very excited to get the rest of this in the normal colors. So I think that's going to look really cool as well. Just really bummed that we're not getting a sword for him. I think that would have really just been the touch that it needs. Especially with this separate release, because it is about $10 to $15 more than if you think the cost of it should be. Like, it's $40. If it was $40 and it came with the sword, I completely substantiate it. It would be perfect. I'd have no complaints. I would think the price is completely justified. Without the accessory, it's just a little lacking, but I still think it's cool, especially for a Power Morphicon exclusive. I think it's really nice, and the paint is very nicely done on the whole figure. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's do a little size comparison. So here he is with the Red Ranger. Excuse me. Here he is with the Red Ranger for size comparison. You can see he's a little bit taller. So it's definitely nice that these figures are bigger than just the normal figures. Sorry about that. So anyway, back to the comparison here. It's definitely taller than the normal figures, so if they were eventually ever going to sell Megazord figures by themselves, I wouldn't have a problem paying $5 or more. So, you know, like if this was 20, this was 25, I wouldn't have a problem with that, because they really are like at least a head taller when you look at them. Which is nice, though. I don't really want the Megazords to be the exact same size as the Ranger figures. I feel like definitely should be a little bigger. Obviously, they're not going to be in scale. They're, you know, it's a legacy figure line here, but it's nice that they're a little bit taller. I think that's pretty cool. But they look great next to each other. They could definitely share accessories. I mean, if just for example here, I have Tommy's Sword of Darkness here handy. You could go ahead and put that in the Megazord's hand, and it doesn't stay very well because the handle is kind of small, but it doesn't look completely out of place. Obviously, the sword should be a little bigger, but it's not 100% out of place. But yeah, I really wish. I guess as of now, as it stands, the only place to get the power sword is with the SDCC exclusive Red Ranger that also comes with his power. So I guess are they both called the power sword? Now that I think about it, I think they are. Anyway, the Megazord sword and the Red Ranger's power sword only come with the SDCC exclusive Red Ranger, but I've seen the sword from that with this guy, and it does look like it belongs. It looks nice. So that's the only thing. I really would have loved to get that in this release, but I'm just saying the same thing at this point. So overall, I definitely think it's a nice figure, though. I really do like it. I think the color scheme is very nice. Just the lack of accessory and the little bit of loose joints in the legs are my only complaints, but it's really not enough to be solid complaints or just nitpicky things. But like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the black and gold Power Morphicon exclusive Dino Megazord from the Power Rangers Legacy Collection here. And thank you guys so much for watching.